Welcome to MindGeist. My name is Sarah, and today we will practice a guided mountain meditation which will take 15 minutes. Mountain meditation uses the metaphor of the image of a mountain to demonstrate stillness while experiencing changing states of thoughts, emotions, and sensations. This meditation is aimed to help you bring to an acceptance of the present moment and to learn steadiness in the face of unprecedented change and disruption. In times of self-isolation, there may be a need to be striving, to be anxiously going from one activity to the other, in an uncomfortable state of anxious distraction. Meditation can allow you to find awareness of steadiness, no matter what is going on around you in the external world. To find steadiness when you feel you're out of control and to feel you cannot control anything that is going on in your life. It can also help you to see that the only thing you can control is your reaction to situations. Meditation can help you to maintain steadiness despite the changing nature of the world and to help you to understand yourself better. And it challenges you to feel comfortable sitting with yourself long enough to remain steady. This is a very important lesson to learn, to be comfortable with yourself and to maintain steadiness when emotions arise, especially during self-isolation periods. Now let's begin. Bringing yourself to an upright seated or lying down position. Now, getting yourself settled and comfortable, closing your eyes, your arms by your side, palms up or if seated on your lap or thighs. And remember, although it's important to stay still during meditation, you may notice itches, your foot sleeping and so on. Just move it if you need to, as long as you come back to the breath each time, as long as you come back to my voice. Bringing your attention to the flow of your breathing. Feeling each inhalation and each exhalation. Just observing the breathing without trying to change it or regulate it in any way. Breathing in. Breathing out. Allowing the body to be completely still. And when thoughts arise, remembering that we can always return to the awareness of the breath, simply staying with the inhalation and staying with the exhalation. You can return to the sound of my voice. As we sit or lie here, imagine the most beautiful mountain that you know or have ever seen. Just holding that image and feeling the mountain in your mind's eye. Letting it gradually come into focus. Observing its overall shape, the lofty peak high in the sky, the large base rooted in the rock of the earth's crust, its steep and gently sloping sides. Notice how massive it is, how solid, how unmoving, how beautiful, both from afar or up close. Perhaps the mountain has snow at the top and trees at the lower slopes. Perhaps it has one prominent peak, perhaps a series of peaks or a high plateau. Whatever its shape or whatever appearance it has, just stay and breathe with the image of this mountain front and center of your experience now. Observing it. Noticing its qualities and when ready, seeing if you can bring the mountain into your own body so that the body here and the mountain in the mind's eye become one. So that right here you share in the massiveness and the stillness and the majesty of the mountain. You become the mountain. your body becomes the lofty peak, supported by the rest of the body. Your shoulders and arms by the sides of the mountain. Your head, the top of the mountain. Your buttocks and legs, the solid base rooted to the floor. Experiencing in your body a sense of uplift from deep within your pelvis and spine, with each breath as you continue here, becoming a little more of a breathing mountain, unwavering in your stillness, completely what you are, beyond words and thought. A centered, rooted, unmoving presence of the mountain. And if thoughts arise, and they will, gently sweeping the thoughts away, like the mountain would if confronted by a storm or rain. Coming back to your mountain presence time and time again, just sweeping the thoughts away and getting back to the sound of my voice. Now, becoming aware that as the sun travels across the sky, the light and shadows and colours are changing virtually moment by moment in your mountain presence. Night follows day and day follows night. A canopy of stars, the moon, then the sun. And through it all, the mountain just sits, experiencing change in every moment. Constantly changing, yet always just being itself. It remains still as the seasons flow into one another, and as the weather changes moment by moment and day by day, calmness, abiding, all change. In summer, there's no snow on the mountain except perhaps dusting the very high peaks. How does that look now? Can you imagine it? In autumn, the mountain may wear a coat of brilliant colours. Imagine the beauty of the magic coat of colours in your mountain now. In winter, a blanket of snow and ice. In any season, it may find itself at times enshrouded by clouds or fog, or pelted by freezing rain. And yet the mountain is still the same solid, relentlessly the mountain. Some people may come to see the mountain and comment on how beautiful it is. Oh, how it's not a good day to see the mountain today. None of this matters to the mountain, which remains at all times its essential self. Clouds may come and clouds may go. The mountain's magnificence and beauty are not changed one bit by the way people see it, and not by the weather. Seen or unseen, in sun or clouds, boiling or frigid, day or night, it just sits, being itself. At times visited by violent storms, buffeted by snow and rain and winds of unthinkable magnitude, through it all, the mountain continues to sit unmoved by the weather, by what happens on the surface, or by the world of appearances. And in the same way, in meditation, we can learn to experience the mountain. We can embody the same unwavering stillness and rootedness in the face of everything that changes in our lives over seconds, over hours, over years. In our lives, we constantly experience the changing nature of mind and body and the outer world. We have our periods of light and our periods of darkness, our moments of colour and our moments of drabness. And certainly we experience storms of varying intensity and violence in the outer world and in our minds and our bodies. we endure periods of darkness and pain, as well as moments of pure joy. Even our appearances change constantly, experiencing a weather of their own. By becoming the mountain in our meditation practice, we can link up with its strength and stability and adopt it for our own. We can use its energies to support our energy, to encounter each moment with mindfulness, equanimity, and clarity. And it may help us to see that our thoughts and feelings, our preoccupations, our emotional storms and crises, even the things that happen to us, are very much like the weather on the mountain. We tend to take it all personally, but the mountain's strongest characteristic is impersonal. The weather of our own lives is not to be ignored or denied. It is to be encountered, honoured, felt, known for what it is, and held in awareness. And in holding it in this way, we come to know a deeper silence and a stillness and wisdom. Mountains have this to teach us, and much more, if we can come to listen. Now coming back to the breath. Can you feel a stilling? Did you notice a steadiness? Can you realize the mountain in your breath? Can you feel the mountain presence? Now taking your time to ground yourself, to feel the floor beneath you, feel the ground beneath you. Come back to your breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Starting to notice the noises in the room, starting to notice the noises outside of the room. Starting to move and stretch, wiggling your toes and stretching your legs and arms. Gently opening your eyes. Thank you for taking the time to meditate with me today. Remember that meditation is practice for life, that you can take what you learnt today with you into your everyday life. And like the mountain, you can be still, you can be steady, and you can be resilient to the ravages of the outer world. You can be the mountain. Thank you.